Mr. Caper, Miss Kitty Prescott wants to see you. I didn't know anyone by that name, but my secretary never allows potential candidates to skip the application process before letting them speak to me about vacancies. Let her in. A tall, very beautiful red-haired woman entered my office with a smile. She was dressed in a smart casual outfit that complemented her figure. Please have a seat. No, thank you. I won't be staying long. I need to make sure I'm speaking to the right person. Are you Jonathan Caper? Yes, and are you a process server? Ah, yes. Were you expecting me? I usually get a more startled reaction when people see me. I wasn't sure if today was the day, but I've been expecting the divorce papers for a while now. I assume you've got an envelope for me. You caught me off guard. Jonathan Caper, you've been served, she laughed. I'd never seen anyone smile at me when I served them before. I bet you've got all sorts of stories about serving people. If you're not in a hurry, take a seat. I'm curious. Well, I don't have anyone else to serve today. Sure, I'll chat for a bit. Would you like something to drink? A mimosa would be perfect, and again, that charming smile. Sorry, we only have non-alcoholic drinks, coffee, and tea. Diet Mountain Dew. No problem. Miss Adcock, could you bring Miss Prescott a Diet Mountain Dew? I'd go myself, but it's not polite to leave my guest alone. Thank goodness you let me do at least one of my duties. You handle so many things I should be doing that I'm starting to worry you might not need me anymore. Miss Adcock smiled knowingly. Miss Adcock, you know I can't manage without you. Do you want anything while I get her soda? Green tea would be great. Hot, please. Tea bag or Keurig? Keurig. Miss Adcock went to the kitchen. So, Miss Prescott, how was I supposed to react to the news of the upcoming divorce? I usually get one of three responses. Either the person is stunned and silent. Sometimes there's denial. No, this can't be happening. Most often, it's angered, usually directed at me, with shouts like, I'm going to kill that bastard or I'll kill that rascal. I'm afraid that one day someone might actually try to kill the messenger. My God, that must be terrifying. Do you have any kind of protection? I used to carry pepper spray, but now I've got a stun gun. Then a mischievous spark appeared in her eyes. And of course, I always carry some protection, just in case. Understanding that it was a joke, I continued, that's a bit indecent, but practical. I'd like to ask how often you have to use them, but that would be rather indelicate. Tact has never been my strong suit, so I take it you're not planning a career in this line of work, or are you still in school? You're right about my career choice. I'm doing this job to support myself financially while attending law school. I want to make it clear that this is a compliment, not a slight against your current profession. I get the impression you're aiming for something more than being a legal assistant. I want to eventually become a lawyer. I have high enough grades to get into college anywhere, but my parents can't afford it. My father won't let me take out a student loan. My older sister is still living at home because she can't pay off her student loans and afford a decent apartment. I was hoping to find a law firm that could help me get into college online and then send me to law school if I perform well. No husband, boyfriend, or sugar daddy to support you. Sugar daddy. She switched to a fake Southern belle accent. Why, John? What do you take me for? He noticed the spark in her eyes again. I think you're a very beautiful and intriguing young lady. I hope my comment wasn't offensive. I just thought that someone as smart and attractive as you might have had some offers. Well, as a matter of fact, I have. She leaned toward me, which made her blouse open up a bit more, revealing her cleavage. But I've never seriously considered any of them, at least not until now. Are you making one? Are you sure you'll have enough money after the divorce? I've had enough warning to protect a good portion of my assets. I'll have money, but I'm only offering a chance to get to know each other better. I'll be tied up for a couple of days dealing with your gift. How about meeting me at a restaurant of your choice on Saturday evening? You're not going to pick me up. I want you to feel comfortable leaving if you don't like me. This is getting more and more interesting. I've never been to Mama G's Italian Garden. Is that okay? I heard it's the best place in town. That's right. Okay, 6 p.m. I'll be there. Great, just leave your business card with my secretary. Why not just give it to you? So my wife can find out and get jealous. She's always fishing for gossip from my secretary. You sneaky man, I like you more and more. Then, more seriously, I hope you realize that I don't normally act like this when I meet an attractive man for the first time. Shortly before the end of the workday, Ms. Adcock entered my office. I overheard the conversation with that woman who served you the divorce papers. Are you going to tell me what's going on between you and Jessie, or leave me squirming with curiosity? Jess has been in a bad mood for months. At first, I thought she was having an affair. Lately, I've had the feeling she's looking for an excuse to leave me and make me out to be the bad guy while she plays the victim. According to the petition, I'm accused of adultery. And what about you? Ms. Adcock. How would I know? Because if I ever did have an affair, it would only be with you. I grabbed her in a playful embrace as if I were about to kiss her, then let go, spending the rest of the day with Ms. Adcock, alternating between teasing and laughing. I had already planned where I'd stay, choosing a motel before I could find an apartment. I took an extra set of toiletries and clothes from my office to the motel. I figured I'd pick up more clothes from home tomorrow while my wife was at work, assuming she hadn't changed the locks. I was at my favorite bar when I received the first message from my wife. "Where are you? You're late for dinner. We need to talk." I found it odd, considering the divorce papers had already been served earlier. It was too late to ask for permission to talk to me. She must have figured I was upset and didn't want to come home. I ignored her. An hour later, I received another message. "When are you coming home? I need to discuss something important." I turned off my phone and got ready for bed. When I woke up in the morning, I deleted all her calls. They had gone from "Where are you?" to "What's going on?" I arranged with work to take a month off right after my lawyer filed a countersuit for divorce, requesting a fair and equal division. My assistant would handle things in my absence. I used that time to get to know Kitty better. A couple of weeks later, Jess's messages changed. "John, I'm so sorry, but Miss Adcock told me that you'd been served divorce papers. I called her after I received your counterproposal. You weren't supposed to be served yet. I was advised to prepare them just in case, but for some reason, they were sent early. I wanted to talk to you first. Maybe it's for the best. The picture speaks for itself. With your adultery, I'll get a better deal." I looked for the photograph in the envelope, but it wasn't there. I didn't have to think about it for long. It seemed that all our friends and relatives had received the photo except me. My sister, Leona, sent me the picture. It showed me affectionately kissing a woman. Leona and I laughed. This woman was someone we knew very well. She was Mary Margaret, our mother's best friend, our godmother, and the woman who helped care for our mother in her final days battling cancer. She had been kissing us both on the lips since we were kids. We never thought anything of it. M, as we called her, was still a stunning woman, 19 years older than me. I liked imagining how much this must have embarrassed Jessie. Jess's next message was, "As I understand it, the photo of you kissing your mistress was sent to all our friends. I think I know who sent the pictures, and I'm going to talk to him about it. It wasn't supposed to happen. But then again, it doesn't matter much. Don't say the photo is fake, because I had it checked by a forensic expert. The picture was taken right after you, and she left the hotel. See you in court." Before the court session began, Jessie opened the door and saw the woman from the photograph standing in the doorway. She was stunned. Mary Margaret asked to be let in. Jessie was too shocked to object. Mary Margaret handed Jessie a notice of criminal charges for defamation. She had asked a computer expert to trace the source of the email on Jess's laptop. For the defamation case, she had the photograph of us kissing, which had been emailed by Jessie with the caption, "This is my supposedly faithful husband and his mistress kissing after their quick afternoon sex at a hotel." But I never saved that for the courtroom, dear. I want to thank you for helping with my blood pressure. It was too low for a while. Now that I'm angry, it's back to normal. Let me warn you, I'm a mama bear protecting her cub. I helped my best friend raise her 2 kids, John and his sister. I've been kissing him on the lips since I changed his first diaper. Telling people that my godson and I had an affair is beyond disgusting. We were seen leaving the hotel because he came in to invite me to lunch. I was staying there while visiting. I haven't been back much since his mother passed away. Well, fine, I don't care how much my lawyers will cost me. I'll come after you, no matter how expensive it gets. That is, in terms of money. I doubt you're worth much as a person if you stoop this low too. Oh, never mind. Mary Margaret left Jessie standing there, stunned. Shortly after, I received a message from Jessie. "John, I think I've made a terrible mistake. I let someone else give me bad advice and make some decisions that he thought were best for me. I'm calling off the divorce and begging you to come back home. We have so much to talk about. I owe you countless apologies. I know we can find a way to be happy together again. Please, give me another chance." I decided to respond. "Who told you they saw me and Mary Margaret leaving the hotel? Who took the picture? Who gave you the advice and made decisions for you? I bet it's the same person." Jessie didn't reply. I knew why. After she was too scared to respond, I filled in the gap. "I already know the culprit is Blake. He's been after you for a long time, though you denied it. I also assume he got the reward he was looking for. At least that's what he's telling everyone at the Sportsman's Grill. I'm not withdrawing my divorce petition. A 50-50 split is fair. I'm sure Blake will take an interest in you, but his wife might not be so receptive. She didn't seem happy when I played her the recording of Blake bragging about how he won you over. See you in court." A flurry of pleas to stop the divorce and forgive her continued for several days. I didn't respond. I hoped she had finally given up. The hearing came. Her lawyer made it clear that Jessie felt misled and therefore wasn't responsible for the actions of her pursuer. She wanted counseling to restore their happy marriage. My lawyer was about to object, but I interrupted him. Jessie, I'd be interested if you'd answer one question while taking a lie detector test. Did you and Blake sleep together before or after the petition? Her expression said it all. I told him I never want to see him again. He's no longer a threat to our marriage. It doesn't matter. No counseling can fix your betrayal. But he deceived me. You let yourself be deceived. A wife who truly loved me would have asked about the photo first instead of automatically believing a man who, as you've known for years, has been trying to get into your bed. Jessie just sat there, crying. Finally, she instructed her lawyer to agree to my terms. At that moment, Kitty entered. She apologized for being late and sat down next to me. Who is that? Jessie asked. This is my girlfriend, Kitty Prescott. We have you to thank for bringing us together. Me? I've never met her in my life. She's the one who served me your divorce petition. If it had been at any other time, someone else would have delivered it. It was fate. We hit it off and found that we enjoy each other's company. But she's just a girl. Never passing up an open invitation for sarcasm, I said, I'm pretty sure that's the case, but I haven't confirmed it yet. If all the papers are already signed, Kitty said, he'll find out soon enough. Are you trying to tell me you two haven't had sex yet? Kitty spoke up again. We're not telling you anything, Jessie. It's none of your business anymore. You threw him away. I picked him up. He has this strange notion of morality that a married person shouldn't have sex with anyone other than their spouse until they're divorced. I don't think you've ever heard of that. Turning to me, Kitty asked, so where's it going to be, Hawaii or Costa Rica? Why choose 1 week in Hawaii and 1 week in Costa Rica? Those were the places we were planning to go, Jessie blurted out. I wouldn't have cheated on him if he hadn't. She realized her mistake before she could finish the sentence and began crying again. We sold the house and split the profit. Jessie had enough money to start fresh in a new apartment near her office. Blake was fired after I told their boss the whole story. Jessie was allowed to keep her job as I managed to convince him that Blake had lied and seduced her. This significantly reduced the alimony I had to pay. Blake's wife kept him on a short leash. I was very close to buying her a rooster cage that I teased Blake might need. A few months later, we ran into Jessie by chance. Kitty and I were shopping at the mall. She recognized us, smiled, and was about to wave when she suddenly burst into tears and ran off. I wonder what's wrong with her, Kitty asked. I don't know. Let's hurry and finish buying your new maternity clothes. The ones you don't fit anymore. Our son's going to be huge. Thanks to everyone who took the time to listen to today's stories. If you enjoyed it, please consider liking and subscribing if you haven't already. Feel free to share your thoughts on the events in the comments below. Take care.